internet went into complete meltdown when Justin Bieber's mother, Pattie Mallette, was spotted spending time with Selena Gomez. Within minutes, fans flooded social media with theories, screenshots, and emotional reactions. Because when Justin's mom meets the woman most people still consider his greatest love, it's not just another celebrity sighting, it's a shockwave through pop culture. People everywhere are asking the same question. Why now? What does it mean? And could this reunion be a sign of something bigger happening behind the scenes? At first glance, the encounter seemed innocent. Two women smiling and chatting in public, appearing warm and familiar. But for anyone who knows their history, that image carries decades of context. Pattie isn't just Justin's mother, she's been his anchor, guiding him through every scandal, heartbreak, and redemption arc since he was 16. And Selena, as the world knows, was there for many of those moments. Their connection was never just romantic, it was emotional, spiritual, and deeply transformative for both of them. So, seeing Pattie and Selena together again feels like a full circle moment nobody saw coming. Fans have been dissecting every frame of the photos and every detail of their body language. Some see reconciliation, others see foreshadowing. Why would Pattie meet Selena now? One fan tweeted, "This can't be random." Another wrote, "She's always loved Selena. Maybe she never stopped." Others suggested that this meeting could mean Pattie is reaching out to rebuild a bond that's been quietly mending for years. And truthfully, there's evidence to back that up. Insiders have whispered that Pattie and Selena have been in touch privately for months, exchanging texts and even voice notes, rekindling the trust they once shared before everything got complicated. The context is what makes this meeting so powerful. Justin's relationship with Selena was never just another Hollywood romance. It was a cultural obsession. Their love story defined an era, and Pattie was there for all of it. In interviews over the years, she's always spoken about Selena with respect, calling her a sweetheart and saying she wanted nothing but happiness for her. Even after Justin's marriage to Hailey, fans noticed Pattie's subtle interactions, likes, follows, quiet affirmations that kept the Selena connection alive in small ways. So seeing them together now doesn't just feel nostalgic. It feels deliberate. Social media has exploded with mixed emotions. Some fans are celebrating the possibility that old wounds are finally healing, seeing this moment as a symbol of peace. Others are suspicious, questioning whether it's just a coincidence or something deeper. "This feels strategic," one viral comment read. "Selena doesn't move without purpose, and Pattie doesn't either." Meanwhile, conspiracy theories are already spiraling, with fans speculating that this could somehow tie into Justin's rumored upcoming music project, or even hint at a reunion song between Justin and Selena. Wild? Maybe. But nothing about their story has ever been simple. What's undeniable is that both women seemed genuinely comfortable in each other's presence. Pattie's laughter appeared easy, Selena's demeanor relaxed. No tension, no bitterness, just two people with shared history and mutual understanding. Some fans believe that more than anything, this meeting reflects personal growth. They've both evolved, faced public heartbreak, and learned to navigate the storm that comes with loving someone famous. In a way, it's poetic. Two women who were once on opposite sides of a narrative, finally meeting again as equals, not rivals. Still, the ripple effects could be massive. For Selena, being seen with Pattie reignites global attention on her past with Justin. For Pattie, it invites fresh questions about her relationship with her son and his current marriage. Hailey Bieber's name has already been dragged into the conversation, with fans speculating about how she might feel seeing these photos. Some think she'll brush it off. Others predict tension brewing behind closed doors. As one fan put it bluntly, "If my husband's mom was hanging out with his ex, I'd lose it." Insiders say Pattie's intentions are pure. According to one source, she's always admired Selena's resilience and maturity, and has been quietly reaching out to mend old relationships that fame once fractured. Selena, meanwhile, is said to appreciate Pattie's kindness and grounding energy, especially during a time when her own life feels more stable and centered than ever. Their meeting wasn't about rekindling the past, it was about acknowledging it with grace. But the timing still raises eyebrows. With Justin's recent absence from the spotlight and Selena's resurgence in both music and acting, their worlds seem to be orbiting closer again. Some fans see this as the prelude to something bigger. Maybe not a romantic reunion, but a new form of connection built on forgiveness and mutual respect. Others think it's simply closure, long overdue but beautifully timed. Whatever the truth is, one thing's certain: the world is watching. Every photo, every rumor, every cryptic post will be magnified, analyzed, and turned into endless theories. Because in the hearts of fans, the story of Justin and Selena never really ended. It just paused. And this meeting between Pattie Mallette and Selena Gomez feels like the next chapter beginning. Quietly, unexpectedly, but powerfully. Whether it leads to collaboration, peace, or just a moment of shared understanding, one thing's for sure, it's proof that even in the chaos of fame, genuine human connection still finds a way. And now, the plot thickens. Because just days after the sighting went viral, a few eagle-eyed fans noticed something else. Pattie Mallette started liking several fan posts about Selena on Instagram. Subtle but impossible to ignore. Screenshots spread like wildfire across social media. One of the liked posts read, "Some bonds never break, they just find their way back in time." Another featured an old photo of Selena and Justin during their 2013 AMA appearance, captioned with, "The era that defined an entire generation." To fans, these weren't just innocent double taps, they were clues, signals, a soft acknowledgement that maybe, just maybe, Pattie still has a special place for Selena in her heart. TikTok detectives immediately went into full investigation mode, compiling timelines, comparing interactions, and asking one burning question: does this mean Pattie secretly wants Justin and Selena to reconnect? Now, no one's saying that's what's happening, but in the world of celebrity narratives, perception is everything. And this perception is powerful. Pattie's public warmth towards Selena paints a picture that fans have always loved. The idea that behind all the fame, heartbreak, and complicated history, there's still respect, affection, and unfinished emotion lingering in the background. Selena, for her part, has stayed completely silent on the matter. Not a single comment, not even a hint in her stories. And that silence only makes people talk more. Some interpret it as maturity, that she's finally learned not to feed into the noise. Others believe it's deliberate restraint, that she's choosing peace but still appreciates the support coming her way. Either way, the mystery around her reaction is fueling the fire. Meanwhile, insiders close to Justin say he's aware of the situation and not thrilled about the headlines. One source claims he was caught off guard seeing his mom and Selena trending together again. "Justin's in a different place now," the insider said. He's focused on his marriage and his health, but seeing his past and his mom's involvement back in the spotlight definitely threw him off. That reaction, if true, says a lot. Justin's relationship with both women has shaped who he is, the sensitive, occasionally conflicted man, balancing faith, fame, and the need for privacy. To him, Pattie and Selena represent two defining forces in his life: the mother who raised him and the woman who changed him. And for fans, that's what makes this entire situation so emotionally charged. It's not about rekindling romance. It's about nostalgia colliding with reality. About how even after years apart, the emotional gravity between these people still pulls the world's attention like a magnet. What's even more fascinating is how calm Pattie seems through all of it. She hasn't released a statement, hasn't tried to deny or clarify anything. She's letting the photos and the warmth of that moment speak for themselves. And that silence feels intentional, almost like she knows the impact her actions have, and she's fine with letting the world read between the lines. So, could this be a bridge being quietly rebuilt? A truce between two eras of Justin's life? Or is it simply two women choosing grace over grudges? Whatever the answer, it's clear this is more than nostalgia. It's the resurfacing of something deeper, something the world hasn't seen in years but never truly forgot. And now, everyone's watching. Because if this story has taught us anything, it's that when Selena Gomez and anyone with the last name Bieber cross paths, the internet will never stay quiet for long. In the days that followed, the speculation only grew louder. Entertainment outlets began dissecting every frame of the viral video where Pattie and Selena were seen together. Some swore they caught Selena reaching out for a brief hug. Others claimed Pattie whispered something that made Selena laugh. That one laugh alone sent fans spiraling, because for years, the narrative surrounding them was tension, heartbreak, and distance. But now, in one fleeting moment, they looked at ease. Almost like old friends who'd finally decided to let the past rest. Then came the deeper layer. Paparazzi photos showed Selena leaving the same cafe hours later, holding what appeared to be a gift bag. People immediately wondered, was it from Pattie? Did the two exchange something meaningful? Within hours, Pattie and Selena started trending worldwide, and clips of the encounter racked up millions of views on TikTok. Fans captioned the moment with phrases like, "Closure looks good on them," and "Maybe peace was the real endgame." Meanwhile, gossip insiders started hinting that this wasn't a random meeting at all. According to one source, Pattie and Selena's catch-up had been quietly arranged weeks earlier through mutual friends. Apparently, Pattie had wanted to reach out to Selena privately for some time, but waited until things around Justin's life calmed down. She's always held respect for Selena, the insider shared. There's never been hate there, just concern. Seeing Selena doing well, healthy, grounded, successful, it meant a lot to Pattie. And perhaps that's what makes this moment feel different. Both women have evolved. Selena's life now is a reflection of independence and peace. She's in a stable relationship, she's a successful businesswoman, and she's open about her mental health journey. Pattie, too, has matured through her own battles, learning to step back from the chaos of fame and let her son carve his path. Their meeting isn't about Justin anymore. It's about two women who lived through the same storm finally standing in calm waters. Of course, not everyone online sees it that way. Some fans still suspect there's a deeper motive, that maybe Pattie is trying to mend broken connections for Justin behind the scenes, possibly even hoping to restore old relationships. One viral comment read, "Moms never stop trying to fix their son's mistakes." Others think it could be the start of something symbolic, a gesture that shows how far everyone has come since the wild days of Jelena. And while it's tempting to turn this into another chapter of celebrity gossip, there's something quietly powerful about it. Two women who once existed on opposite sides of a public narrative, now seen side by side, laughing without bitterness. It's rare to witness that kind of grace in Hollywood, where grudges sell better than forgiveness. If there's one thing this meeting proves, it's that time doesn't just heal. It humbles. It softens edges. It brings clarity where pain once lived. And maybe that's why fans are so captivated. Because deep down, everyone loves a redemption story. And this feels like the beginning of one. Whether they meet again or not, this single encounter has reignited something bigger than nostalgia. It's a reminder that forgiveness, no matter how delayed, still has power. And in a world obsessed with feuds and fallout, seeing Pattie Mallette and Selena Gomez choose kindness might just be the plot twist nobody saw coming. But just when fans thought the story had settled, a new layer emerged that reignited the frenzy. A few days after the cafe sighting, Pattie posted a cryptic message on Instagram. "Sometimes love doesn't end, it just changes shape." No mention of Selena, no photo attached, just a simple quote on a beige background. Yet within minutes, the comments section turned into chaos. Thousands of fans flooded in, convinced the post was about Selena and Justin. "Is she talking about Jelena again?" one user asked. Another wrote, "This feels like a soft confirmation that she still roots for them deep down." Others tried to calm the storm, insisting that Pattie's post could easily be about her own journey or faith. But that didn't stop the internet from spinning its theories. Screenshots of her post trended on Twitter under the hashtag #PattieandSelena, and fan pages began analyzing the timing, right after their meeting. Selena, meanwhile, appeared completely unfazed. Just hours after the quote went viral, she was spotted filming in Los Angeles, smiling and relaxed, sipping coffee in a Rare Beauty hoodie. Her demeanor only added fuel to the idea that she's at peace with everything, even if the world around her isn't. For fans, it was classic Selena, unbothered, graceful, and quietly powerful in her silence. But the biggest twist came when Entertainment Weekly reported that Selena had recently been in touch with Pattie over email before their public meeting. According to the report, their communication started when Pattie reached out to congratulate Selena on her engagement to Benny Blanco. She apparently told Selena that she deserved happiness after everything she had been through. That small act of kindness supposedly opened the door to a more personal exchange, one that eventually led to their reunion. And that context changed everything. Suddenly, the narrative wasn't about rekindled romance or hidden motives. It was about healing, about closure, about two women finally able to share warmth without the weight of old stories pulling them down. It reframed the moment into something much deeper, something rare in celebrity culture. Even Justin's name, while unavoidable, began to fade into the background of this new chapter. Some fans said this was the universe's way of bringing peace to a story that once defined a generation of pop culture heartbreak. Others saw it as a quiet message that life truly does go on. that forgiveness isn't about rekindling old flames, but releasing old pain. And as fans scrolled through clips of Pattie and Selena's interaction, one detail stood out that nobody could stop talking about. At one point, Selena touched Pattie's arm and said, "You've always been kind." Those 4 words, caught faintly in a fan-recorded clip, captured everything. The forgiveness, the maturity, the closure. In a world where celebrity feuds often spiral endlessly, seeing 2 women with such intertwined history choose empathy instead of bitterness felt like a moment of emotional honesty that people rarely get to witness. It reminded everyone that behind all the gossip and glamour are human beings, flawed, evolving, and capable of change. Whether this marks the start of a new friendship or simply a beautiful moment in time, it's already left an impact. Fans are calling it the calm after a decade-long storm. And maybe that's exactly what it is. A final, gentle chapter to a story that's lived in the headlines for far too long. Because sometimes closure doesn't come through words or statements. Sometimes it's just 2 people smiling again after years of silence and letting the world feel the peace they finally found.